It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next on Madden Football.
Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes, because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And Steelers are underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
That is caught. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides,
down, but this one is incomplete.
and goes to one of those. you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker, still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jackson going to take this himself.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry.
To the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Jackson.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Wilson to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now Wilson.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. About ready to go on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They hand this off to Harris. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Wilson. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime?
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Jackson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Jackson's thrown to the hands of Andrews.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple.
Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They run again with Harris. Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.